Hi, I'm Dr. Sara Collins, and today I want to talk directly to anyone over 50. What if I told you that one of the most trusted exercises for building strong glutes might actually be making your body weaker as you age? For decades, we've been told the same thing. If you want strong hips, strong legs, and a firm backside, you need to do squats. And to be fair, squats can be a good exercise. They're not evil, they're not useless, and this isn't about blaming anyone. But here's the uncomfortable truth no one really talks about. What if the way most people over 50 do squats is no longer serving their body the way they think it is? According to the CDC, falls are the #1 cause of injury-related death in adults over 65. Aging joints lose shock absorption and tolerance to pressure, especially in the knees, hips, and lower back. And research from multiple studies in orthopedic and sports physical therapy shows that hip instability, not weak legs, is one of the strongest predictors of balance problems in older adults with chronic lower back pain. Let that sink in for a moment. Not weakness, not laziness, not lack of effort, instability. Here's something most people don't know. Most squat variations, especially the ones done at home, are great for working the gluteus maximus, the big muscle that gives your butt shape and strength. But they often miss a far more important muscle for people over 50, the gluteus medius. This smaller, deeper muscle keeps your pelvis level, your hips stable, and your body upright when you walk, turn, or balance on one leg. When it's weak, your body doesn't stop moving, it just starts cheating. Your lower back overworks, your knees take extra stress, and your balance quietly declines. Eventually, without warning, you might start asking yourself, why do my hips hurt when I walk? Why does my lower back tire so quickly? Why do stairs feel harder than they used to? Most people assume that's just aging. But what if it's not? What if it's not your age at all, but what you've been training and ignoring this whole time? This isn't about fear, and it's not about telling you to stop exercising. This is about something much more important, making sure the exercises you do today actually protect your independence tomorrow. After 50, strength isn't just about how much weight you can lift. It's about how well you can stay balanced, how effectively your hips stabilize your spine, and how confidently you can move through everyday life without pain or fear. Many one-size-fits-all routines, including endless squats, were designed for young bodies, not aging ones. That doesn't mean your body is broken. It means your body is asking for a smarter strategy. If you're watching this and you're over 50, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment with your first name, your age, and where you're watching from. This isn't just a video. It's a growing community of people choosing strength, balance, and better movement, one small step at a time. Most people over 50 aren't skipping exercise out of laziness. You walk. You stay active. Some of you even do squats because you were told they're essential for strong glutes, better posture, and healthy aging. And while that advice isn't wrong, it's not the full picture either. The truth is, after 50, your body needs more than just squats. It needs targeted movements that protect your joints, retrain your stabilizers, and build confidence for daily life. Now, let's talk about what almost no one explains about squats after 50. Squats primarily target the gluteus maximus, the big muscle that gives your backside power and shape. That muscle is great for standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, or lifting heavier objects. But the gluteus medius, the smaller muscle on the side of your hip, plays a completely different and far more important role as we age. It keeps your pelvis level, stabilizes your hips, and protects your lower back and knees from taking unnecessary stress. Here's the problem. Most people think that as long as they're moving, they're strengthening everything. But movement without activation is just repetition, and repetition without balance leads to compensation and eventually injury. Your body relies too much on the large outer muscles, while deep stabilizers like the gluteus medius shut down. Your knees start collapsing inward, your lower back overworks, and slowly, your confidence in your own movement declines. You might feel stiff, sore, or tired even if you're doing everything right. And the worst part is that these changes are invisible until something breaks, whether that's a fall, a twinge in your back, or sudden knee pain. That's why we need smarter exercises, ones that awaken your stabilizers and protect your joints, not just build bigger muscles. Let's start with one of the simplest yet most effective moves, side-lying hip abduction. It sounds simple, maybe even too easy to replace a squat, but the truth is that this movement deliberately targets the gluteus medius. Lie on your side with your bottom leg slightly bent for support. Extend the top leg straight, but slightly in front of your torso. Here's the key. Point your toe gently toward the floor to engage internal hip rotation. Then, lift the leg slowly to the side, controlled, precise, no bouncing, no rushing. Even though it doesn't make your thighs burn like squats do, this small movement activates the muscle that keeps your pelvis level, stabilizes your hips, and protects your lower back. A 2019 study in geriatric physical therapy found that adults over 55 who added side-lying hip abduction 3 times a week improved single-leg balance by 28%, walking stability by 22%, and reported significantly less lower back fatigue. And none of them were lifting weights. Next, we have posterior hip abduction, which might look similar at first glance. But the difference is subtle and powerful: the leg angle and foot rotation. Move your top leg slightly behind your torso and rotate the toes upward toward the ceiling. This pattern, called external rotation, activates a deeper layer of the gluteus medius, the fibers responsible for controlling your hip when your body moves backward or twists. It prepares you for real-life challenges, stepping off a curb, pivoting on one foot, or turning quickly, movements that squats rarely train. When you don't train this range, your hips lose rotational control. Your knees collapse inward. Your spine twists to compensate. Everyday movements, like turning to buckle a seatbelt or reaching behind you, suddenly become risky. The good news is that, with just a few controlled repetitions, you can retrain this pattern, protect your joints, and regain the balance your body needs. Now, let's move to exercises that really challenge your balance and lateral control, because walking alone isn't enough. Even if you walk every day, your body is mostly moving forward. Real balance requires control in every direction, especially side to side, which is exactly where most falls happen. Imagine your pelvis as a platform. Every time you lift one foot off the ground, your gluteus medius on the opposite side must hold that platform level. If it doesn't, your pelvis drops, your spine tilts, your knee collapses inward, and suddenly you feel wobbly. This is where standing hip drop and abduction comes in. It sounds simple, but its impact is enormous. Stand next to a wall or a sturdy surface for support. Shift your weight onto one leg, letting the opposite leg hover slightly forward, toes turned inward. Slowly swing the lifted leg out to the side while allowing your hip on the standing leg to drop slightly. Then use your glute on the standing leg to pull your pelvis back up. This tiny motion activates stabilizers on both sides, your moving leg and your standing leg, and retrains your brain to recognize control in movements that once felt automatic. A 2018 study published in the American Journal of Sports Medicine found that hip drop drills significantly improved pelvic symmetry, proprioception, and single leg stability in adults over 55. These aren't just athletic benefits, they're daily life markers. Whether stepping off a curb, putting on pants without sitting down, or turning quickly without losing footing, this movement strengthens the system that keeps you safe and confident. When your gluteus medius can't stabilize side-to-side motion, your hips shift, your knees compensate, your balance suffers, and your fear of movement grows. Over time, fear becomes avoidance. Avoidance becomes weakness, and weakness can lead to dependence, but it doesn't have to be that way. Finally, we have standing hip extension with external rotation, the exercise that trains your hips for real-life rotational movements. On the surface, it looks almost too simple. You stand, lift your leg behind you, maybe rotate slightly, and that's it. But this move mimics how your body actually loses balance in everyday life, reaching behind you, pivoting in the kitchen, turning to buckle a seatbelt. It's about retraining your body to recover from imbalance, not just moving up and down like a traditional squat. Here's how to do it. Stand sideways near a wall or countertop for support. Shift your weight onto one leg. Move the other leg slightly behind your body and rotate your toes outward as you gently swing it back. Let your upper body rotate slightly in the same direction. Focus on small, controlled motions, not big, dramatic movements. This controlled tension travels from your glute across your hip and through your spine, training the exact stabilizers that protect you from twisting or falling. Studies show that older adults who practiced hip extension with external rotation improved their reaction to instability by 36%, strengthened spinal stabilizers, and corrected pelvic alignment, all without lifting weights. This isn't about intensity or looking impressive. It's about control, stability, and real-world strength. Strength after 50 isn't measured in pounds lifted. It's measured in how confidently you can move through life without fear, pain, or risk. By now, you can see a pattern. It's not that squats are bad, they're not. They build strength in the gluteus maximus and can feel satisfying because your legs burn and your heart rate rises. But after 50, strength isn't just about the size of your muscles or how much you can lift. It's about retraining your stabilizers, your nervous system, and the connection between your brain and your body. That's what keeps you upright, confident, and independent in daily life. When you focus only on traditional exercises like squats, lunges, or leg presses, your body begins to compensate. Large outer muscles take over, deep stabilizers like the gluteus medius stay dormant, and your joints start bearing the stress that your muscles should absorb. Over time, your knees collapse inward, your lower back overworks, your balance becomes unreliable, and every movement feels less secure. And the scariest part is that this happens quietly, without any warning. You're doing everything right, but your strength is misdirected. That's why integrating these 4 exercises, side-lying hip abduction, posterior hip abduction, standing hip drop/abduction, and standing hip extension with external rotation is so important. Each one targets muscles that traditional workouts ignore, muscles that matter most for seniors. These movements train lateral control, rotational stability, and pelvic alignment. They improve your body's internal GPS, teaching your brain to sense where your hips, spine, and knees are in space. That's how you prevent falls, reduce strain on your lower back, and regain confidence in everyday tasks. Consistency is the key. You don't need heavy weights or flashy machines. All you need is precision, control, and a few minutes a day. Start with small, deliberate motions. Focus on quality, not quantity. Your goal isn't to break a sweat, it's to wake up muscles that have been underused for decades and restore patterns that keep you safe. Over time, these exercises strengthen the connection between your stabilizers and your nervous system, allowing you to move with confidence even in unpredictable situations, like stepping off a curb, pivoting to reach for something behind you, or climbing uneven stairs. And here's the most empowering part. Once your stabilizers are retrained, you don't just feel stronger, you feel independent. You regain the ability to move without hesitation, without fear, and without relying on support. Everyday tasks become easier, walking feels steadier, and even activities that used to feel risky start feeling manageable again. This is real strength. It's not about how you look in the mirror or how much you lift at the gym. It's about reclaiming the freedom to move safely and confidently for years to come. Remember, this isn't about stopping your current exercise routine. It's about adding smarter, targeted movements that respect your joints, awaken your stabilizers, and retrain your brain. The small effort you put in today builds the foundation for long-term stability, confidence, and independence tomorrow. Even a few minutes on the floor or next to a wall, focusing on controlled leg lifts and hip movements can make a world of difference. Your body isn't broken, and your age isn't a limitation. You just need the right strategy. These 4 exercises meet your body where it is now, and over time, they remind your muscles, nervous system, and mind that you're still capable of far more than you may realize. This is about empowerment, safety, and maintaining independence for life. Now, let's put it all together. You've learned why traditional exercises like squats, while useful, don't cover the full picture after 50. Your gluteus medius, deep hip stabilizers, and rotational muscles are the unsung heroes of balance, confidence, and independence. When they're weak, your joints overcompensate, your lower back strains, and your balance silently declines. But the good news is this: your body can relearn these patterns, your muscles can wake up, and your confidence can return, step by step, day by day. The 4 exercises we've covered: side lying hip abduction, posterior hip abduction, standing hip drop/abduction, and standing hip extension with external rotation, aren't flashy or intense. They're honest. They meet your body where it is, respect your joints, and teach your stabilizers to work together with your brain. Over time, they rebuild the connection that allows you to move safely, confidently, and independently. These small, controlled movements may seem simple now, but they're the foundation for a stronger, steadier, and more capable body. Think about it. What does independence mean to you? Walking down a sidewalk without fear, stepping into a car with ease, bending to tie your shoes, or climbing stairs without strain. These are the movements that show real strength. And real strength after 50 isn't measured in the weight you lift or the size of your muscles. It's measured in how well you can move through life without hesitation or fear. By committing to these exercises, you're not just training your body, you're training your brain, your nervous system, and your confidence. Start small, start consistent. Even 5 minutes a day, focusing on controlled leg lifts or precise hip movements, can make a dramatic difference over weeks. Quality matters far more than quantity. Focus on deliberate motion, control, and awareness. Let your glutes, stabilizers, and core do the work. Avoid rushing or forcing your joints. Over time, your balance improves, your posture strengthens, and your confidence grows. And remember, this is about empowerment, not fear. Your age doesn't define your abilities. Your body isn't broken. You just need the right guidance and the right movements. These 4 exercises remind your muscles and your nervous system that you are capable, stable, and strong. They prepare you for real-life challenges, protect your joints, and reduce the risk of falls or injuries. So here's the call to action. Start today. No gym is needed. No fancy equipment. Just your body, a wall, and a little focus. Commit to retraining your stabilizers, reclaim your confidence, and move through life with freedom. Even if it feels small, even if it seems simple, every repetition matters. Your future self, the one still walking, laughing, and living independently, will thank you. If you found this helpful, like this video so more people over 50 can see it, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe for more science-backed ways to stay strong, steady, and independent. Remember, strength after 50 isn't about lifting more. It's about moving smarter, safer, and with confidence every single day. Start where you are, take one small step at a time, and watch your body respond. You are capable of more than you realize.